Content creators are fighting back as Blake Lively is ordered to turn over her finances. We have some new cheating allegations in Denise Richards' divorce drama, plus the feud between Jennifer Love Hewitt and Sarah Michelle Gellar. What's her name? J Love, Jennifer Love Hewitt. Yeah, J Love. J Love is speaking out. She's spilling some tea, or is she? I did watch I Know What You Did Last Summer. I have thoughts. I have feelings. No spoilers. But I have a feeling I might get a little Zack activated today. So let's dive. You're listening to No Filter with Zack Peter, your go-to source for all the latest pop culture and reality TV tea, served fresh all week long. Now, let's dive in. What's up, guys? Welcome on in, welcome on in, welcome on in. Happy Saturday. I know we normally don't have a new episode on Saturdays, but since I was traveling and we didn't get a Monday episode, I figured I would pick it back up on the weekends, and what a fun day to do that. Um, so much going on, right? So much going on. Hi, guys. Hope you had a great week. Happy weekend. Happy Saturday. It is 11:11 right now. Let's put out a good manifestation. Only good shit. No bad shit. No bullshit. Only good vibes, good energy, good juju. What's up? What are you doing here? Hosting my show, my love. Again, like I do every weekday, except today's a Saturday. But like I said, it's because we didn't have an episode on Monday, and I'm trying to catch up and trying to, stay on top of the things and all the things. I'm gonna be with Donna and Stu, so maybe I'll be able to pre-tape some episodes. I don't know. We'll see. It's gonna be fun. But if you haven't gotten your tickets yet, go to nofilterlive.com and get your tickets to Philly this Wednesday with Steel and Shooter of Bros and Shows. I have Giorgio Says. I have Jackie Goldschneider from The Real Housewives of New Jersey. It's going to be fun. Philly's always a good time. We're going to get a little Liddy City leg day. Yes, today is a leg day. Hey. Hey. How are you, Zack? Also, do you know how Andy is feeling about Blake's latest response? I have not been. We're all in a group text thread together, and I know everybody's been talking about it. I have not been actively in it, but I will maybe scroll through and try to catch up on the thread because I saw Andy. Oh, it was Andy's phone call that was dragged into it, right? Yeah, I was kind of like skimming the text messages at the gym this morning. I be up in the gym working on my fitness. He's my witness. Hoo-wee. So yes, get your tickets to the No Filter Live Zactivated tour. We only have a couple dates left, and then it's all over forever and ever and ever. So Phoenix was fun. Dallas was a blast. Next up, we have Philly this Wednesday and Chicago with Jenny McCarthy next Sunday. What a fun time. I'm going to be doing some press in New York this week as well. So it's just going to be a busy trip overall. Catch me on Fox 5 New York if you're local in New York on Friday. Hey. Yeah. And then we have New York. My New York show is going to be on August 3rd. Seattle is going to be on August 8th. And Los Angeles will be on August 10th. New York is going to have Andy Signor. We're like 90% confirmed that Andy will be there. Elsie is going to be in the New York show. Evan Reel is going to be in the New York show. He's from Page Six's Virtual Reality. He's been in my shows before. He's going to be bringing lots of reality TV. So that's going to be fun. It's going to be a good time, guys. Get your tickets at nofilterlive.com. All the shows so far have been a blast. But yeah. Man, did you hear what happened in LA last night? Someone drove through and oh no. Well, I'm not in crowds, so I I will be safe, absolutely. But I also just like mark myself safe from Blake Lively and crowds. Those are two things. Oh, and broken crystal ball. Lady wanted to start again. She wanted to start with me. I'm gonna try to contain my composure. I saw that there were a lot of new messages, so I might blind react to them on today's show. Did you hear about the earthquake? What about the earthquake? There's an earthquake. Why is everybody coming in here with bad news? Can we not? Like literally, can we not? Like let's try to start on a positive note. Oh my gosh. Did you hear about the 200 deaths in Texas from the floods? Xavier, why are you up in here just being doomsday gloom? Mm, 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 mm. You guys should be able to be here and speak your opinions without having to worry about snake livelies of the world. Well, let's talk about the snake livelies of the world. Zach, your hair looks great. Thank you. I appreciate that. Feels like a hot mess today. What do we want to start with? I Know What You Did Last Summer. I watched it. I will not give away any spoilers, and I won't even give you my rating 1 out of 10. I wanna wait until everybody sees it first, but I will say if you were a fan of the original movie, you're gonna like this one. Obviously, you see we get cameos from, what's her name? Jennifer Love Hewitt and Freddie Prinze Jr., and we see them, like, with cameos in the trailer. I will say they had a much bigger role than I was expecting because, sometimes they usually just have, like, the legacy cast members get, like, a brief, little blip of a role here or there. I was surprised at how much. I mean, I feel like there were maybe some scheduling issues for Jennifer Love Hewitt. Um she had a couple of solo scenes, but it was great. It was great. The nostalgia was there. I thought the movie was good. Um, I liked the new cast. I liked that there wasn't like a forced, trying to like check too many boxes. Like it was just a good slasher film. I enjoyed it. There are lots of like nostalgic nods, but if you didn't watch the original, you'll still enjoy this one. But I highly suggest you watch the original so that you can see like some of the Easter eggs, and it's really good. It's really fun. I think everybody will enjoy it. I will reserve my full thoughts, but yeah. Okay. But that's I know what you did last summer. And then Jennifer Love Hewitt is finally opening up. We saw that Sarah Michelle Gellar was talking about the feud, and now we have Jennifer Love Hewitt. She's addressing the rumors. She was talking to Vulture. And so I guess in an interview to Vulture, it's uncertain when she gave the interview, but it was published yesterday. She told Vulture, I honestly don't even know what that was or how it all came to be. I just think people don't want the narrative to be easy. Why do we always have to be against each other and out for each other? I haven't seen Sarah. Literally, we have not talked since I saw her at 18 years old when the first movie came out, which is interesting. Why haven't you talked to her though? That's the real question. Like you would think there are all sorts of like fan expos that they do. They could have talked to each other, at the premiere of this movie. She said, "That's why it's so funny to me. People were like, 'Say something back.' And I'm like, 'What am I going to say? I've not seen her.' On my side, we're good. I have no idea where this is coming from." Interesting. 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 Mm-mm, mm, 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 mm. But yeah, the original cast, it was Jennifer Love Hewitt, it was Sarah Michelle Gellar, it was Freddie Prinze Jr., it was, Ryan Phillippe. Oh my god, Ryan Phillippe. Love me some Ryan Phillippe. It was a good movie. But the new one is also good. Very much enjoyed it. Um, yeah. So she says that there's no beef from her end, but she's like, we just haven't talked. It's a very Mariah Carey, I don't know her answer, which to me, I'm kind of like, well, but you do know her. You guys were in an iconic movie together, and then you guys were united, because she was at the premiere with her husband for this new one. Like, what? I don't get it. I don't understand. I'm very confused. Like, what? So for Enrique says, so for actresses to be this petty, they're being paid. It's stupid. To be this petty when they're being paid, it's stupid. I agree. The one with Brandy is good too. I believe that was the sequel that Brandy was in. I will say there's no references to the sequel. This new film specifically only focuses on the first film, and that's where Freddie Prinze Jr. and Jennifer Love Hewitt come like into relevance, is because it references that they were the only two survivors from the film back in the 90s. I think it was 97. I was what, 5? I do remember the movie. I probably didn't watch it for a few years. Maybe I watched it when the sequel came out, but I do remember watching the movie. Mhm, mhm. Pam says, "Why do you follow a lot of people you don't like?" Me? Who? Pam? You want to come up in here and start some stuff, Pam? Who am I following that I don't like, and why am I following them if I don't like them? Unless you're talking to somebody else, uh, which in that case, be nice. Why is everybody coming in here trying to start chaos on a Saturday? I came in here, we started 11:11, good juju, good vibes, and then everybody's like earthquakes and floods and people are dying, and oh my God, there's a car that ran through a cloud. And I was like, my goodness. Mildly Mercurial says people have been trying to create beef with other women and Sarah Michelle Gellar for years. She's only had one beef with Joss Whedon and Nick Brennan because they're terrible people. Interesting. Well, that's kind of his job. Yeah. So, yeah. But now we get Jennifer Love Hewitt's response. We saw Buffy, what's her name? Sarah Michelle Gellar. She was just like, I didn't see her. She didn't go to the after party. I didn't take photos with the cast. So whatever. But I highly suggest you watch so that we can talk about it and let's discuss. M says Lauren from Quarter Random Opinions letter of intent is on the docket as 444, an angel number. Well, Lauren is an angel. Yes, she is. Um, Zach, are you still afraid of Ask Two Lawyers on your show? Afraid Stewart will be attacked. Why would Stewart be attacked? Here's the thing. I've made it very clear. I support all creators, unless you're that wackadoodle broken crystal ball. I support all creators, whether I agree with them or not. We're all going to have different opinions. So many people were like, don't have Colonel Kurtz in your show in Dallas. And I was like, fuck off. Like, literally, bro, chill. Like, we can say things that we don't agree with. We can have opinions that are not the same, and we can still have a mutual love and respect for each other, right? Do I agree with every single thing that comes out of the mouth of all my other friends or all the other content creators that I'm friendly with? No. Do I say some out of pocket things that I'm sure makes them tilt their heads? I'm sure I do. But you know what? At the end of the day, we don't need to create division. We don't need to be doing this fighting stuff. But this also comes from you guys as well, because I think sometimes, you know, people online will feed the fodder or they'll feed the chatter and then it gets things fired up. So, yes, both of the Ask Two lawyers, Keith and Stewart, if they would both still like to participate, they are both more than welcome to be in my show. Okay? I am very open to all. Menage a trois. Call me a polyamorous friend because all are welcome here on No Filter. Okay? Period. End of story. So, yeah. I think Eric will be there too. Yeah, Eric and Stuart have both been invited, and as far as I'm aware, they will both be in my show. And listen, I'm not going to let anybody in the audience be disrespectful or mean. We don't play that shit. We're not that low vibration BS. Thank you. Is Eric coming? I'm sure Eric's coming. I don't know. I'm sure he is. We'll see. I don't know. Zach's not having it today. No, I'm not. What about Dave Neal? I told you guys, Dave Neal has been invited. He was invited to Phoenix. He was invited to Dallas. He was unavailable. He had already had other things scheduled on the dates that I invited him to. So Dave Neal has absolutely been invited. There's nothing against Dave Neal either. He spoke very nicely about me on his show the other day. I thanked him for that. We're all very there's literally nobody that I except for Broken Crystal Ball, because she went and she started talking some smack about me again last night. Now you're gonna get me damn started. Okay, we're gonna take a quick break for the sponsors, and I'm gonna try to take a deep breath before my chakras go crazy. Are you and your partner struggling to conceive? If you took the COVID vaccine, there's cause for concern and you're not alone. A recent study led by Danish researcher Dr. Vibeke Manichi analyzed birth data from women aged 18 to 39 over a 2-year period starting in 2021. The findings suggest a significant decrease in birth rates among vaccinated women, with data indicating a reduction in egg count by nearly 60%. Since 2021, fertility rates have significantly declined in many regions around the world. The wellness company created a 3-in-1 ultimate spike detox, crafted with 100% natural ingredients specifically designed to help your body clear harmful spike proteins, reduce inflammation, and support overall health. Don't wait, experience the only formula approved by Dr. McCullough, a top freedom-fighting doctor who risked it all. Head to twc.health/nofilter. That's twc.health/nofilter and use code NOFILTER to get 15% off plus free shipping. That's twc.health/nofilter. Spike detox your body today. It takes an eagle eye to read all these receipts, and Pear Eyewear has tons of budget-friendly shapes and styles that don't compromise style or quality. Plus, you get 15% off by going to paireyewear.com and using code NOFILTER. No shade. Pear's sun tops and new tinted lens top collections complement any look from casual to chic. Don't I look chic right now? But I can also keep it casual. I can even go from indoor to outdoor with their sun tops. You just snap it right on, and then suddenly you have sunglasses. But it's still the same shape that looks cute on your face. It's making you look good this summer. Change up your summer look anytime with the Pear collabs or collections that you like most. They have everything from Disney, the Met, Marvel, Star Wars, NBA, NHL. They have premium collections, sun top, sparkle, classic colors, whatever floats your boat, and you can find the perfect frame for your face from home with their virtual try-on. Base frames start at just $60, including your prescription, and top frames start at just $25. Keep your eagle eyes looking sharp. Go to paireyewear.com and use code NOFILTER for 15% off your first pair. And you can support the show by mentioning that No Filter with Zack Peters sent you in your post-checkout survey. That's pair, P-A-I-R, paireyewear.com, code NOFILTER. Summer's here. More sun, more light, more time to do the things that make summer so special. Like for me, I get to go on tour and meet all of you guys all throughout the summer. And one thing that's making life a lot easier for me is Factor's chef-crafted, dietitian-approved meals that are ready in just 2 minutes, taking the hassle out of eating well. I'm on the road. I'm hopping from here to there and taping the podcast, and I don't have time to cook dinner. And I don't want to be busting all the calories out at the restaurants. Factor meals arrive fresh and ready to eat, perfect for any lifestyle over summer and beyond. With 45 weekly menu options, you can pick gourmet meals that fit your summer gains or goals. Choose from options like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, Keto, and more. I'm on that Protein Plus because I'm trying to bulk up this summer. Am I right? Factor powers your day, sun up to sundown. Enjoy more this summer. Get Factor if you want all the flavor and none of the fuss. Get started at factormeals.com/nofilter50off and use code nofilter50off to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. That's code nofilter50off, nofilter50off at factormeals.com/nofilter50off for 50% off plus free shipping. Factormeals.com/nofilter50off. Okay, let's catch up on everything that's going on in the Blake Lively legal drama. For starters, Blake Lively has been ordered to turn over her finances. She didn't want to. She was trying to protect that. But Wayfair is like, no, you got to prove your damages, homie. Like, what? Like, where are the damages? Show us the receipts. How did you quantify this amount? Right? How did you quantify how much you're saying that we damaged you? Now show us the receipts because you're still out there doing your little influencer thing and promoting your little Blake Brown and Betty Boos and Betty Buzz and all that stuff. So she's out here doing her thing. So her finances will be, I mean, we're going to see them soon. I believe she has until the 31st to turn them over, right? Isn't that when fact discovery? I don't know. The deadlines have changed so many times. Or is it the September 30th? They're due soon. We'll see them at some point. So we'll see what damages she really suffered from all of this. We're watching you, Blakey. We see ya. We see ya. And I cannot wait to see these finances come out because now we have all the content creators and they're coming out swinging. Okay. Lauren Knighty filed her letter of intent, which is to let the judge know, hey, I'm going to file a motion to quash. Just giving you a heads up, judge. I don't like this. I ain't doing that. She wrote a great letter. Very proud of her. Listen, Lauren is a boss. She's doing a lot of this on her own. I know she does have help, but for the most part, like Lauren's doing this all on her own. And we just got to shout these people out, right? Like, look at like Leanne Newton isn't even from the US and she's dedicating so much of her time to, educating us with her legal expertise. And she's going through all of the documents and putting together helpful threads to help us digest and understand everything. We have Lauren, who's been in someone that's amplified the voice of survivors. We have Andy, who's literally producing an entire documentary, but that's actually going to be accurate and authentic and not going to be biased. Like he's trying to give us something that we're not going to get from the mainstream media. And so, we have so many people. I mean, listen, not to toot my own horn or throw myself into that as well, but like listen, when we launched Justice for Justin shirts, the one quiz, I was like, I pledge to donate 50% of my proceeds. And then all the Blake bots were like, 50, why don't you donate all of it? You're making money off of that. And I was like, you know what? Guess what? I did donate 100% of those proceeds. I donated all of that money. Okay. From the Justice for Justin shirts, I donated it to nomore.org. Okay. I pledged 50, but I donated all of it. And I covered the transaction fees on top of that, which were not cheap. Okay. So that said, we're all trying to support each other and fight for justice. And I think this is just a really important time where we need to have each other's backs. We need to clap for each other. We need to stand up for each other. We need to be there for each other. And what we need to not do. Yeah, I saw Cassidy also wrote her letter. How long is her letter? Maybe we can read that. Let's see. I did see I haven't read Cassidy's she wrote a motion to quash, right? Oh, she did a whole exhibit of everything. Facts, rules. Ooh, wow. Okay, actually, let's open this and let's kind of like scroll through it very briefly. 'Cause I want to make sure we get to all of the topics today. Okay, so here's Cassidy's letter. For some reason, I have misplaced Lauren's letter, but Lauren Knighty wrote an incredible letter. I'm so proud of her. We're rooting for her. All of the content creators are now standing up and fighting back as we should. We got to stick together. We cannot keep doing this. Well, there's only that one bitch that's doing the infighting. I don't like that lady. We'll get into her in a second because she had some new stuff to talk. But let's read Cassidy's letter. Let's give her some flowers. Lauren and Cassidy, those are our VIPs, our MVPs of the week. Okay, and I did see that Andy was dragged into it because they're trying to say that Andy recorded the call at Ezra Hudson's office without her permission, and then he released it and blah, 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 when he literally starts the call by disclosing the fact that the call is being recorded. So she was very aware that the call was being recorded. The receptionist didn't have any real answers. She kind of seemed to be fibbing a little bit. So yeah, we'll see. Okay. Here's the letter from Cassidy. Cassidy said, "Dear Judge Lyman, of note, there are no non party rules for submission in the court's individual practices to refer to when filing with the court. While the court is holding us non parties to a standard of parties by quoting case law intended for parties in its order, namely this one right here, where the people have a right to know who is using their courts. We object to this citation because we are not plaintiffs, nor are we defendants in this case. We are non parties that have received subpoenas sent to a third party that did not go through the appropriate process to be obtained and had they would have not met the standard and have been approved. The court in Highfields recognized that the First Amendment protects the right to anonymous speech, particularly online, and that unmasking an anonymous speaker through discovery can chill free expression. It is therefore adopted by a two-step test for when a party seeks to unmask an anonymous defendant. Plaintiff must provide a prima facie case before the court by presenting sufficient evidence to establish an essential element of their claim, just as they would need to survive a motion for summary judgment. And two, if a prima facie case is made, the court must balance the strength of the case and the necessity of the disclosure against the speaker's First Amendment interest in maintaining anonymity. I was not afforded this standard. Subpoenas were issued from this court, not only failing to meet this standard, but failing to meet any standard. There is no evidence or sound legal basis whatsoever to have issued this subpoena in the first place. Our objections have been clearly noted in our motions to quash that so far have not been allowed into the docket. All we need from this court is a stamp. Once we receive this, we can afford it to a third party that was subpoenaed for our information. This court demand for our unmasking goes against our First Amendment rights. We would not be in this position if the court had not allowed such a wayward subpoena in the first place, yet the court demanded our unmasking in a case that the entire world is watching. How dare this court? Ooh, I love that. How dare you, Judge Lyman? How dare you? I don't know if Judge is going to like that. Seems to have a little bit of a fragile ego, but I'm with you, Cassidy. I got you, girl. There are many cases supporting my stance in my position as a non party whose information has been subpoenaed to a third party. There are some cases that apply to me. Those cases are referenced, where the court reaffirmed the Highfields two-step test requiring plaintiffs to show. Okay, so these are all the cases that she references. Even more compelling, she references the Sony Entertainment case versus Doe's 1 through 40. Sheesh. In this case, Sony filed suits against dozens of allegedly infringing users on peer to peer networks. To identify the alleged infringers, Sony sought to subpoena internet service providers to reveal subscriber identities. The court adopted a multi factor test, similar in structure and underlying purpose to the Highfield standard for evaluating whether to allow the disclosure of anonymous speakers. Sony's test went beyond the Highfield standard, requiring the requesting party to demonstrate a prima facie claim of copyright infringement, actual evidence beyond speculation, Blake Lively. Two, the subpoena is sufficiently specific to the identity only to identify only the alleged infringers. Three, that there is no alternative mean to obtain the information. Four, a central need for the information to advance the plaintiff's claim. 5. A consideration of the anonymous speaker's expectation of privacy and First Amendment interest. The subpoena issued from this motion for my information fails at every level of this test established in this very court. The law recognizes that in order to request this information, a subpoena is needed, yet this court demands I readily supply it as if this subpoena has already been granted. It has not. It should not be, and it should not have even been issued. The error lies with this court, but demands I bear the burden for its mistake. Your responses, aside from telling us you will not entertain an anonymous filing, have given little information to go on to respond to a subpoena that issued under the authority of your court. For example, 3 of us have submitted two motions to quash, 1 letter of intent, yet the court did not clarify which ones needed to be de-anonymized. Kindly address us by names on the wayward subpoena so we know which submissions need altered as our time to respond is running short. Because we are at the mercy of this court, in spite of how much we object to the way in which we have been brought into it, I have submitted mine on July 17, 2025, including my name, position with the company that has been wrongly subpoenaed, address, and telephone number. Do you require more than this? If so, I need further clarification. An additional purpose of this letter is to inform the court that multiple non parties who were served in this ill gotten subpoena are filing a complaint today with the California State Bar against Ezra Hudson, the attorney who signed it without the appropriate requirements of presenting a prima facie showing before the court, passing the two-pronged standard of high fields required to unmask our First Amendment protected rights to publish anonymously on the internet, and without domesticating it to the appropriate court in Sacramento, California, where Google is located. The contents of the complaint are found in Exhibit A. On what legal basis were these subpoenas issued out of this court? Was any evidence at all presented to validate them, or is Miss Lively free to submit just any subpoena to anyone that is not her fan? Miss Lively has been gratuitously allowed to extend her witch hunt for discovery in which she has no evidence to support and has amended this same subpoena to add members of X on July 17, 2025. Accordingly, more complaints and motions to quash will follow. The information she seeks is easily obtainable from the actual parties to this case, which have the privilege of being legally represented when dealing with overbroad, inappropriate subpoenas. At this time, we are drafting a complaint against the court as well. Regards, Nisai, manager of Cassidy O'Connell LLC. Based on the sound arguments in this letter, I strongly express my wish for my name to be redacted before being filed or supplied to the lively parties. But if the court will only publish or entertain my correspondence by unmasking me against my First Amendment right, I have no other option at this time other than to put the lively parties and this court on notice that I reserve the right to take action for this treatment by them in the future. Boom. Boom. Mic drop. Period. Woof. I like that. I like it a lot. Blake is abusive. Blake is abusive, attacking all the creators. They are very logical. They're very logic driven. Yep, Cassidy is a badass. She referenced cases from Judge Lyman's own court. Good for her. I like that. Cheers to Cassidy. Cheers to Cassidy. Cheers to Lauren. I have Lauren's here somewhere. I'll pull up Lauren's too because I feel like hers is worth reading as well. Dun, dun, dun. I had it. Where did it go? Oh, this is Andy's, where Andy was talking about the phone call. Ba, 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 ba. I'm loving it. Oh, here it is. Is this Lawrence? No, this is Ezra Hudson's response. Okay, we'll get to that bitch in a minute. Oh, and that's where she was talking about Andy, and that's where she was talking about how he recorded the letter, and oh my God, Judge, can you unseal this, and blah, blah, blah. These people drive me nuts. Okay, where did Lawrence go? I wanted to read Lawrence. I wanted to give her some love in the club. Oh, here it is. Okay, boom. Because Lauren Knighty deserves some love in the club as well. Uh, sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to pull it up because it's tiny on my phone. Okay. Dear Judge Lyman, I'm writing to formally notify the court of my intent to file a motion to quash of the subpoena issued by plaintiff Blake Lively to Google LLC, served by Ezra Hudson of Manette Phelps Phillips LLP. I am a non-party independent content creator operating the YouTube channel Lethal Lauren 904. I have no affiliation with any parties involved in this case. My forthcoming motion to quash will be accompanied by a detailed supporting memorandum based on the following grounds. One, violation of First Amendment rights. My commentary about matters of public concern is constitutionally protected. Plaintiff has failed to demonstrate any valid evidentiary basis to justify the infringement of my right and to keep my personal information anonymous. Two, Stored Communications Act violation. Google lacks my consent to disclose my personal subscriber information and communications. Three, improper insurance under FRCP 45C, plaintiff's subpoena was improperly issued from the Southern District of New York, exceeding Rule 45's geographic limits since compliance is requested from Google LLC, which is located in California. For its unduly burdensome and overbroad, the subpoena's expansive request for personal identifiers, financial, geolocation, and other sensitive data is irrelevant, disproportionate, and designed to harass and intimidate. Five, irreparable harm. Disclosure of my information threatens serious harm to my privacy, safety, and professional reputation. Given these abuses, I intend to seek appropriate sanctions under Rule 45D1, including reimbursement of my reasonable expenses. I will also request a protective order under Rule 26C, barring plaintiff from further similar abusive discovery without prior court approval. I anticipate filing a formal motion to quash and accompanying materials within the timeline prescribed by applicable rules or as other directed by this court. Sincerely, Miss Lauren Knighty. You go, girl. You go, girl. Don't fuck with the content creators, all right? What was that Netflix documentary, Don't Fuck with Cats? Listen up, Blake Lively. Don't fuck with the content creators. Just because people don't like you and your ego can't handle that doesn't mean that we need to be dragged into your drama. We're going to stick together. We're going to band together. Everybody except the broken crystal ball. I don't like her. She wrote some new nasty things about me. I saw online. Anyway. Well, guys, that's all the Blake Lively stuff. I was going to pop off on that stupid dumb lady, but she was coming out. Should we read what she wrote online? Maybe we'll end the show with that. I don't think it's necessary. Denise Richards. She is now being accused by her husband. Well, that's the Blake Lively stuff. I'll keep you posted as we go, but don't fuck with the content creators is the period we need to end that chapter on. Denise Richards, accused of cheating. Say what? Her estranged husband, Aaron Phypers, is accusing her of cheating during their marriage. He says that he has evidence of her doing that. He has text messages of her, trying to hook up with the dude and coordinating, when she's going to bring him into her hotel room, and they had plans to meet up and all of this stuff, and he was hacking, I guess, her cloud, so he was able to see everything. And this led to, as I predicted, an explosive fight on the 4th of July, and that ultimately was the end of their marriage. So Aaron's claiming that she was cheating on him. She's claiming that he was assaulting her. It's one whole big hot mess. So far, they both seem to be denying all the allegations. What a time, what a time, what a mighty good time. A mighty, mighty good time. Kenny just became a member of the Zack Pack on YouTube. Tom Stansfield says, Mr. Muscle's fighting back. Will Blake Lively ever be deposed? It's supposed to be what, now next week? When is the 31st? Oh, 2 weeks from now. She got time to prepare. That's why she's like getting her hair done. Yay. Amy gifted 20 Zack Pack memberships. Wow. Thank you, Amy. That's so sweet. I love when you guys gift each other and support each other. A Better Life with Teresa Bruce says, I love you and your legs. Thanks. My legs be looking, if you saw my Instagram, my legs be looking snatched. Teacher Victoria says, she needs to be stopped. Yeah. Amanda says, Cassidy is a badass. She referenced cases from the judge's own court. Period. That's how you do it, baby. That's how you do it. So we'll see. And Denise Richards did also technically cheat on Aaron with the what do you call it? cheated on Aaron with Brady Glanville. Remember that was like the big thing about season 10 of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Wild, wild, wild. Okay, that's Denise Richards. We covered I Know What You Did Last Summer. We covered all the Blake Lively stuff. Colbert got canceled, and people kind of seem to be torn about it. I think he was probably always going to get canceled. Like late night is dying. Late night has been dying. His show he announced is set to end in May of 2026. I'm thinking they were already planning on giving him the axe. So he's reportedly, or the show has reportedly been losing money, losing $40 million per year. So it kind of seems like they were continuing to put the show on as some sort of vanity project, or it's uncertain what was the motivation to keep the show going. But at the end of the day, it didn't last. So whether people want to believe that it's for political reasons or not, I know they did issue a statement saying that, they had a great time. It was a great run. Nobody can replace him, but this was a purely financial decision against challenging the backdrop in late night. I mean, listen, they have a good point. I know people want to make it out to be a bigger scandal, and I'm not saying that it's not, but late night is dying. If you think about talk shows in general are dying. Nobody really watches talk shows or late night shows the way that they used to, where people would wait up to watch them. Now people just watch the clips on YouTube. They watch the clips on TikTok. Like that's where people are now considered. Like I don't remember the last time I watched a full talk show. Now I just like to watch the clips on social media because they're short, they're easy, it's, tailored to exactly what I'm looking for. So, we'll see. But sorry, Judge Lyman, or sorry, sorry, somebody's commented something about Judge Lyman in the live chat. Sorry, Stephen Colbert. I didn't really care for his show anyway. I don't know. I just think, he's not really resonating. His show wasn't doing really well, and people just don't watch. I mean, listen, that's why Bravo's now moving everything to like streaming networks, and streaming numbers are now like Peacock with all of their networks. Peacock has now kind of become the forefront of where people get their content. Everybody's moving to Hulu and Netflix and Peacock and HBO Max, Apple TV or Apple Plus. What is it called? Apple Plus. So, I don't think it. I mean, listen, did politics play a role in it? Maybe when you speak out against the network that's producing your show and your show's already kind of circling the drain, you're not really giving the network much more, you know, of a reason to want to keep you around. Did you hear about Disney and Sony trying to make a platform together? Yeah, I mean, I think it would be smart. I think it would be smart. Not actually Golden. Yes. I'll be honest, I wasn't too familiar with Not Actually Golden, but I did see that she was like getting dragged and doxxed by Broken Crystal Ball. She posted some new things about me. Um, let's see what she posted. I have not read these because I was at the movie theater last night. I saw clips and I got highlights of what happened last night, but I haven't actually read these. I'm assuming they're probably deleted by now. But she writes, just because I set boundaries as a creator and carefully decide who I want to associate with does not mean that I have problems with anybody. Yes, it does. Well, actually, no. Boundaries don't mean problems. You are problematic though. Big difference, lady. Get with the program here. It means I set boundaries to maintain my mental health and inner peace. Guess what? Your mental health is all sorts of fucked up. So I don't think it's working for you. And inner peace, all you're doing is bringing out the non inner peace in everybody else around you. You're like a tornado of chaos. Okay. This is such like gaslighting bullshit. Like, oh, I'm protecting myself, even though I'm a monster to other people. Literally a menace on the internet of all of us creators that stand together and that root for each other and that are out here trying to lift each other up. All you do is tear other people down. You dox other people. I mean, look at Leanne Newton is such a nice lady, and you were out there talking smack about her. She is a nice lady. The not actually golden lady. She seems like a very nice lady as well. And you were out. Listen, you can come for me, and I get it. You want to come for Andy and whatever. You can be threatened and jealous. I don't really care. But like picking on nice people, Donna, what did you need to start talking, blocking Donna for? Like you're literally such a wackadoodle. I have enough hard stuff going on in my private. Like, great, then don't throw shots at other people. Because guess what? You picked the wrong one. Maybe everybody else is going to be like, oh, it's okay, Katie. Let me try to be nice. Let me be a little shady. Let me be a little cheeky. I'm not, I can be shady. I can be cheeky. And you done pissed off the wrong one. All right, lady, sit back and look in the mirror and get a little self-reflection. She says, I don't want the drama or disputes in my profession. Then stop starting it. St- uh, st- Stating firmly, I do not want to be associated with somebody is a boundary. No, bitch, you didn't need to say anything. You just needed to set your boundary. But the thing is, you take shots publicly and then you try to disguise them as if they're boundaries. You know what I do when I have boundaries? I set them for myself and I hold them accountable. I keep them. I hold myself accountable to those boundaries. I don't have expectations of anybody else. My boundaries are for me. I have to honor my own boundaries. All right. And when I do, I'm good. I don't need to announce it on the internet and throw shady shots at people. And I know it wasn't directed at me, but it was directed at people that I like. All right. So I'm going to stand up for them because I'm tired of you being a bulldozer and I'm tired of you being a bully. You're a mean lady. You're a mean lady on the internet and you need to get your little noggin checked because you need to stop acting this way. All right. I don't like when you act this way and you treat other people that are nice people. You can talk all the shit you want to talk about me, but don't be out there being mean to the golden lady and Leanne or Donna or Andy. I mean, Andy's a big boy and he can stand up for himself. And I know he's got his own, you know, drama that he's enthralled himself into in his past, but he has taken accountability and he's come a long way and he's a nice dude. And listen, look at all the other things that other people have done. When have you donated any money to any charity? Look at how much money I raised for the autism community. Look at how much money I tried to raise and did raise and not just pledged, but actually donated. I put my money where my mouth is. What do you do with your money? You beg for it for Venmo on Instagram. You're a selfish person, you're a mean person, and you're not nice. And so you setting boundaries, great. Set your boundaries and set your boundaries for your mouth so that you stop running it and being mean to people. You're a bully on the internet, Katie Joy, a bully. Knock it off. Normalize setting boundaries and reading red flags. Well, you're not good at reading them yourself. Look in the mirror, you wackadoodle. Then this is the one that really pissed me off. She posted this on her story. She said, in case Zack Peters is wondering, my deleted post, because that's what you're good at. You're good at posting and deleting. My deleted post wasn't about you. I didn't say it was about me, and I wasn't speaking for me. I was speaking up for all the other people that you think that you can bully and bulldoze by being a mean girl on the internet. That's why nobody likes you. She said, I don't like you because you want to eradicate autism and promote abusive, discriminatory cures and misinformation about autism. Get out your handy dandy notebook and stop spreading lies about me. That is false. That is not true. You don't know the work that I've put in. You don't know my story with my family. You don't know my story with my brother. And so for you to take cheap shots like that and hit so low below the belt, not cool, lady. Not cool. Misinformation about autism. You're spreading misinformation about me. You know nothing about me. You've never had a conversation with me. You don't know where I stand on any of these issues. You can make up your own mind and put your own little conjecture in there, just like all your little sources and exclusives that are all just all the personalities in your broken brain. You're a wackadoodle. Stop this shit. This is ridiculous. You put out these lies and it's inflammatory, and then you go and you get people on the internet fired up to send hate at us. And then, God forbid, anybody try to defend us in your comments, you delete them and you block them because you can't take the heat. You throw shots, you go pew, 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 and throw shots all around with your little bazooka, with your little water gun bazooka. And yet, and then you cry about it and play the victim. Please, you blocked, and then she gets into why I blocked her. You blocked me for telling you that it was offensive for you to condone RFK for calling autism a tragedy. No, I've made it very clear. We never had a conversation about this. You never asked me what my position or what my relationship to RFK is or how I felt about his comments or any of that. We never had a conversation about that. The reason I blocked you is because you were fighting with other autism moms in my comments. And I said it yesterday and I stand by it. As autism families, we should not be fighting with each other. We should not be, and I understand the irony of me calling you out, but you're being a bully, and I'm going to stand up to you because I don't like when bullies try to bulldoze and then cry about being a victim themselves. Okay, sorry. Not going to do it. Not going to play your little victim game here because you're not a victim, Katie Joy. You're a bully. You're a mean girl and you're a bully, and I don't like it. Stop being mean to people. And when I saw you fighting with those other moms, stories you know nothing about because you don't care about anybody else's story but yours. You're the only victim in the world. Your story is the only one that matters. And I'm going to speak up for those moms because those moms don't deserve the shit that you were telling them because what? They may like RFK or whatever their position is. Has nothing to do with you, you egotistical, selfish woman. It's ridiculous how you think that it's okay to treat people this way and then try to flip the narrative and make yourself out to be a victim. So, again, you've never had a conversation with me about autism, about RFK, about my brother, about anything. I've never tried to come after your family or your children or your son. I didn't even know anything about you, lady. I blocked you because your behavior was abhorrent in my comments towards moms you know nothing about, stories you know nothing about. You're not the only victim in this world. And actually, I don't even consider those moms victims. We call them warriors because they're strong, they're tough, they stand by each other, they uplift each other, they babysit when other people need, they talk on the phone, they offer support to each other. They're not like you. They actually support each other. They don't try to be the victim because they don't see themselves as victims. They see themselves as strong, courageous, tough moms. And they're smart, they're savvy, and they're stronger than any other person that I'm sure you even interact with in your life because you seem to surround yourself with really weak, low spine people. Okay. Because if they're not correcting your behavior or just trying to have some sort of conversation with you to say, hey, this behavior that you're exhibiting is not okay. You shouldn't be treating people like this. It's not nice. As simple as that is, it's not nice. I don't want to fight with you, lady. I don't want to be doing this with you. But what I'm not going to do is allow you to keep bulldozing and bullying people on the internet. All right? Like I said yesterday, there's a path forward. We can absolutely move forward because she goes on here and then she talks about how she has autism and she says that I'm playing the victim. I'm not a victim, lady. I'm not a victim at all. Okay. But now suddenly, what? You want to claim that you're on the spectrum so you know autism better than I do? Why? Because you took a BuzzFeed quiz and now suddenly you're on the spectrum? Go back and confer with all the voices in your head. I don't know if you have autism or not. Personally, I don't believe you because you lie a lot. That's why you're in what, 50,000 defamation lawsuits, and then you cry on the internet when you put yourself, you have no accountability. You lie on the internet, you put yourself in these terrible situations, then you get sued, and then you cry about it. And you want to accuse me of being the victim? I'm not a victim. I'm a standing up to the bully. Okay? Sit down, start being nice to people, stop bulldozing and being mean to people, especially when you think that you can just run them over, and stop throwing false, baseless, defamatory accusations against people. Okay. We can all be in this world. We can all be content creators fighting for justice. Well, I don't even believe you're fighting for justice. I believe you're fighting for your own ego. Okay. Go take another BuzzFeed quiz and see if, your on the spectrum diagnosis can also fit with the narcissism diagnosis. I don't want to fight with you, lady. Okay. I don't, but I'm not going to allow you to continue to bulldoze people and be mean to people and call them names and lie about them. Okay. I'm going to stand up, not that they need me to stand up for them, but I don't like seeing that behavior and I'm going to stand up to it. Okay. So back down, be nice. It's not that hard. Okay. Just get it through your noggin. You don't have to wake up and be a menace every day. Okay. I don't want to get mad at you. I don't want to be yelling at you on the internet. But if you keep this abhorrent behavior, then yeah, you're going to be attracting that sort of craziness back. Stop it. You look ridiculous. You're embarrassing yourself and you're embarrassing all of us. God, I hope my neighbors didn't hear that. It's just we work too hard in this world, you know? In this content creator world. We work too hard. We put our names out there. We put our faces out there. We get tons of heat. We get tons of mean hate comments and all this stuff. The last thing we need is another creator. You've established something for yourself. Personally, I think it's a bit clickbaity and I think it's inflammatory and whatever. Gossip rags, the National Enquirer needs to make their money too. Whatever. You built something for yourself and good for you. You have a family to take care of. That is more reason to not put attacks out on other people. And again, this is not an attack on you. This is a reaction. This is a response because I'm going to set a boundary with you here now and say, if I continue to see you do things to these people that don't deserve the way that you're treating them, I'm going to call it out. It's not okay. That's not okay for you to be treating people this way. Okay. And then to run and play the victim and then to go and ask people for money. It's ridiculous. It's embarrassing. You're embarrassing all of us, not just yourself, all of us. Okay. So I like that you want to go and take your little BuzzFeed quiz and get your little on the spectrum diagnosis. Did you take a Hogwarts quiz too? You don't need to take that one. I can tell you right now, you belong to Slytherin. Okay, I'm going to be nice now. There is a path forward, but you need to apologize to the people that you've hurt. I doubt that'll ever happen, but you know what? I'm going to take a leap of faith here and say you can move forward. I'm sure all the content creators that you've attacked and doxed and dragged and whatever, I believe that there's always a chance for atonement and retribution. Okay. There's a path forward. I don't think any of us want to fight. We have to stay focused on the mission here. And the mission is on finding, getting justice in this case that we're all a part of, right? We all cover different things on our show, but at the end of the day, that's one thing that we're all kind of fighting and following. I want to believe that you aren't just doing this for clicks and, engagement, and that you actually care, even though your behavior hasn't really exhibited that. But I want to believe that there's a part of you that actually cares. And if there is, then stop being a bully and try to find a way to make amends with all of these people so that there is a chance and a path forward. Now, am I going to trust you? Probably not, but it's a starting point. Okay. All right. I think that's all I have to say for today. Sorry, I didn't look at the live chat. I needed to get that off my chest. All right. That said, get your tickets to this activated tour, guys. Come on down. Nobody is after her. Amanda says Cassidy is a badass. Yep, that's right. Peapod said, "Hey Zach, thanks for your channel. You're a delight. Did you see Natalie Femtero's reading about content creators and Blake? It's so good. Maybe I should have her on the show. I need to check in with her." Zach's cocktail. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. Genevieve says, "Don't let that cracked crystal ball. I've give you any crap. We're behind you 100%, Zach. We love you." But like, we should not be like fighting to like the audience should not be like defending each other and doing all of that stuff. Look and see. Hala says, "Mom here. Can we have a truth and move forward? This is what Blake wants." I agree. I'm happy. I'm willing to have I'm willing to um, have a truce and move forward. But first of all, Draco Malfoy over there needs to get her shit together, and then after that, maybe there can be a chance forward. I don't want to spend time fighting with Katie Joy. There's no joy in Katie. Nothing to do with Katie brings me joy. It's more of like, Katie, damn, stress me out. That's what her name should be. Katie's stressing me the hell out here. All right. Emily D. Baker talked about this issue too. Yeah. Yeah. Zach, what house are you? I don't know. I guess I have to go take. I'll tell you what spectrum she's on, the wackadoodle spectrum. I didn't know wackadoodle was on the autism spectrum. It's not. Wrong spectrum, lady. All right. I'm going to stop me there before I say anything else that I shouldn't be saying on the internet. But anyway, hope you guys have a great weekend. Get your tickets to this activated tour. We have Philly coming up on Wednesday. I'm out of breath now. Wednesday, July 23rd. That's this upcoming Wednesday. Then July 27th, I'm going to be in Chicago with Jenny McCarthy, Donna Bowling, Chef Stu. New York on August 3rd. Seattle, August 8th. Los Angeles, August 10th. These are the last few dates of this activated tour. So go on out. Grab your friends, wear your florals, bring your subpoenas, and don't be a bully. Go to nofilterlive.com. All right. Love you. Appreciate you. Talk to you later. Ciao for now. Oh, yay. Susan's coming to Philly. Yay, Susan. I believe Michelle's also coming to Philly. Oh, we love you, Zach. Thank you for standing up for your friends. I mean, it's not just my friends. It's like we all work too hard, and it's hard on the fucking internet, you guys. We put our names out there. We put our faces out there. We get dragged left and right. I mean, listen, I've been in the game a long time. I can handle anything. But like, we get enough of it. The last thing we need to do is get into this drama. Oh, she asked two lawyers as well. Yep. Then add the ask two lawyers to the list. All right, guys. Ciao for now. Sydney says, "I'll be in Philly." Yay. Lynn is also coming to Philly. Go Birds. Go Birds. Grab your friend. Oh, Louisa says, "I saw you in the Dallas show. You were so nice. Thanks for what you do." Thank you, Louisa. Louisa Kim, it was so nice to meet you. Beth says, "I can't imagine being on the internet." Listen, you get used to it. Eventually, you kind of just become immune to all of it. It's probably not healthy for your mental health, but you know. All right. Ciao for now. Talk to you guys later. Goodbye for now to you, my friends. Goodbye for now until we meet again. I said goodbye for now to you, my friends. Goodbye for now until we meet again. Ciao for now.